All right, so this is, I just got this in yesterday. HeroQuest, Hero Collection, Path of the Wandering Monk. Now, I hope I'm not disappointed here, because Phaser Rich says the monk kind of breaks the HQ, the HeroQuest game, because it's basically the elf, but has 8 regenerative spells per adventure, whereas the elf only has three one-offs, and the wizard has 9 one-offs. Well, that doesn't sound good. I want the wizard to be complementary, to everything else in the game. And I don't have the druid. I've got a stand-in for the druid. And one of you guys, I'm sorry, I forget who it was, sent me scans of the druid card because we needed a druid. Because I needed an extra player several months ago. But I need the official druid. Does the druid work? It seemed like the druid worked to me. The monk pretty much makes the elf and wizard obsolete now. This is no good. The elf is an awesome hero though, but now a new spell system needs to be introduced. I was thinking of giving the wizard all 12 elemental spells every adventure, and the elf the expansion spells. That's one of the things I've talked about on this channel, when like how to improve HeroQuest. The spell casting is always one of those things that comes up. I've thought about that too. It depends on what elf spells. Some of them are good, some of them are not good. I talked about when I was doing the elf quest pack, some of the solo quests, that I couldn't justify taking any of the elf quests, the elf spells during the elf quest, because I needed a healing spell. So this says, the Path of the Wandering Monk, a student of unarmed combat techniques crafted in reverence of the elements, uncompromising yet merciful, ruled by wisdom and discipline. Path of the Wandering Monk. Contents: 2 finely detailed miniatures, 7 game cards, and scroll. It says, remove the scroll, figures, and cardboard inserts found inside the box to reveal game cards. Replace the scene insert to display your figures. All right, let's see what's inside. All right. Oh, wait. So how am I supposed to open that? Path of the One. I saw the 2 expansions. I have not ordered those yet. I think somebody said they were shipping. Phaser says, I do like the tapping system they use for the monk, though. Maybe somehow use that for the elf and wizard now, too. Oh, whoa. Well, this is quite fancy. So it's like a display case? It would look even better if they were painted up. Hey, that's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. Focus, camera, focus. There we go. In fact, let me see if I can... Okay, that's in... Okay. High definition. Oh, Keith Grow says, hey, everyone, this has been on my wish list for a while. It's great to see an unboxing. Yeah, well, look at that. Pull tab to remove figure inset. So here's the entire thing. Pull tab to remove figure inset. Pull tab to remove figure inside. It did say remove the scroll. So here's the know the path, but no, not the path. Here it is. No, not the path, but the reason you walk. I should be playing. I might be playing HeroQuest. Should be playing HeroQuest this Saturday. So I'll have to take this over to at least show this to the nephews. Tournament. First Summer Moon. Avoid the Wilds. World's End Tournament. Good morning, Jason. You broke 1 million? Let's go check that out. It does. It sounds like the Morpheus quote from The Matrix. There's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. World's End Tournament. Warriors, heed the call and test your mettle for glory and gold. I'm not really sure what the purpose of that is. I mean, it's kind of cool. This is some sophisticated packaging. Well, I have to roll this tightly. There. All right. So pull tab to remove figure insert, pull tab. So there we go. All right. So that's what the situation is. Then this is some sophisticated packaging. So here are our characters. Oh, they're taped in there. Remove the tournament scene cardboard insert to reveal game cards. Replace the scene insert to display your figures. Oh, that does come out. Okay, that comes out rather easily. They're really throwing down for some HeroQuest here. So what do these figures look like? We have the male and female monk. I like the male. He is wearing a sword. I also like the female sculpt. I like them. Okay, elemental styles. Here are the game cards. Good morning, PH. Good morning. Okay, elemental styles. The monk uses elemental styles, martial abilities inspired by the elements of air, earth, water, and fire. Oh, using elemental styles. So here's our rules. Each elemental style contains 2 techniques that can be found on either side of the card. Once per turn, you choose one technique to activate. After you've used a technique, that elemental style is exhausted. The elemental style of fire cannot be used until you've exhausted air, earth, and water. If there are no monsters in your line of sight at the start of your turn, recover all exhausted elemental styles. So each elemental style contains 2 techniques that can be found on either side of the card. Once per turn, choose one technique to activate. After you use a technique, that elemental style is exhausted. I can't use fire until I've exhausted air, earth, and water, but they are rejuvenating, like Phaser Wrist was talking about. All right, so we got, let's start here. You are the monk, a student of unarmed combat techniques formed in reverence to the elements. You refuse to use armor or shields, instead relying on your heightened grace and agility. You may only wield daggers, crossbows, hand axes, short swords, and staves. You are the... Okay, so that should be... We got the male and female. Yep. Attack die 1, but we have an asterisk with attack die 1. When attacking unarmed, roll 1 additional attack die. Defend die 3, body points 6, mind 4. This one does not, well, this one does not have the asterisk here, but we got the asterisk down here. So they are the same. Movement 2 red dice. When attacking unarmed, roll 1 additional attack die. Huh. No asterisk on that one. Interesting. All right, so we got air. So we got, for instance, air says soaring dragon. Automatically succeed when jumping over a trap. After using air, this elemental style of air is exhausted. Or Eye of the Storm. So I guess you get to choose one. So you're going to have these laying out in front of you, and then you're going to choose which one of these you want to use. Sable says that's some decent looking art. Yeah, I'm sure it does count for both. So Eye of the Storm is, as an action, make one unarmed attack against all adjacent enemies. This technique enables you to attack diagonally. After use, the elemental style of air is exhausted. This does sound powerful, that you get to reset these. You get to reset them every time that you don't have a monster in sight. That does sound very powerful when compared to the elf and the wizard. I think, or another thing we do is just reset these to some kind of spells and use them in a more standard way. Because if you're playing HeroQuest optimally and you're playing HeroQuest like a SWAT team, every time the monk enters a room, the monk's going to have all of these back. That seems way too powerful. So this is Earth. Strength of Mountain. Roll 2 additional attack dice on an unarmed attack. But, these are different. I think, man, these are different because you get to use them and do something else. A wizard and an elf also have to cast a spell on their turn. They can't cast a spell and attack. So the Strength of the Mountain would allow you to roll 2 additional attack dice on an unarmed attack. You would get to use that and make the attack. Now, that would make something that the monk a little bit different, that you can use one of these, but man, it still feels like it needs to be gone. It's because the chick monk kicked so much asterisk it fled her card. So what's the other side of Earth? Speak with Stone. Search for secret doors and traps as one action. After use, the elemental style of Earth is exhausted. Search for secret doors and traps as one action. See, I can't see that one being used as much. Unless HeroQuest has a timer. Right, exactly. So Phaser Risk says, the Strength of the Mountain is like having the elf casting Courage and attacking the same turn. Exactly. That's what I was thinking of. So that's really powerful. And the fact that it resets is insane. Speak with Stone. Okay, so I can't see someone using this one, search for secret doors and traps, as one action, unless there's a timer on HeroQuest, which, as I've said before, is one of HeroQuest's main flaws, that there is no timer, which allows the heroes to play much more optimally. HeroQuest needs a timer. If there was a timer on the game, then being able to do 2 of these things in one action would be important. But I can't, of course, this resets, so you might as well use it. But if it doesn't reset, especially, that would be something that would be neat, but be most important when there's a timer. Here is Water. Tidal Surge. Activate this technique on your turn to split your total movement roll before or after your action. After use, the elemental style of water is exhausted. I mean, that one would be good. I mean, it is good. It's what everybody wants to do. Twisting Torrent. Activate this technique when you take damage to cancel that damage. After use, the water elemental style of water is exhausted. Touch of Endless Inferno. As this is one you have to exhaust all of these before you can build up to fire. Touch of Endless Inferno. As an action, inflict 1 body point of damage to any one adjacent enemy. The target takes an additional 2 body points of damage at the end of its next turn. After use, the elemental style of fire is exhausted. Burning Spirit. As an action, expel a beam of bright, brilliant energy from your soul's core. This beam may be straight or diagonal and continues until it meets a wall or closed door. Each enemy in the beam takes 2 points of damage. The air, water, and earth element styles must be existed. Okay, and this is too powerful. James says, I don't know. With how long a game of HQ can take, I would be more likely to house rule that Speaks with Stone as a static monk ability. They just always get to double search. That could be done too. As the way this is set up, this seems like it's too powerful. This does seem like it's overwhelming. Like, why would you not take this character? So we haven't actually had that many releases, and we're experiencing some power creep here. Seems like to me. Definitely have some power creep here with the monk. Cool boxing, though. And I do like having new heroes. So I guess I got the Knight in one of them. But yes, does seem overwhelming. But again, things like the that's exactly where I was going, Sable. Given how insanely difficult the quests we saw in the live streams were, maybe the rest of the classes need to be buffed in order to match the new classes. Maybe. That was actually the next thing I was going to say, was that, well, we do know that some of those quests in like the Barbarian and Elf quest pack that we played online can be rather, we're pretty brutal. So maybe it was I don't know how they balanced this, or if they balanced it, or if it was just balanced to feel. That is pretty cool, though. So that's what's inside the new monk box. I don't think something that I'm going to be allowing the nephews to play when we're in the standard HeroQuest. Standard HeroQuest box set. They're still working their way through the initial set of adventures. Hopefully we do get to play Saturday and continue. James says, that's Hasbro's MO. Make it fun and only balance if people complain. Phaser Risk says, they should have split the monk's abilities over several characters instead of putting them all into one of this OP character. Honestly, yeah, I agree. Because you could retheme a lot of those abilities. It doesn't have to be that one. And the monk doesn't seem to be added to the HQ app yet. Oh, interesting.